At 2 in the morning, a man looked at his phone. His girlfriend had seen his message but didn't reply. 11 minutes passed, 20 minutes, an hour. By 8 a.m., that man was gone. His girlfriend too. Both were in the hospital, one covered in blood, the other under police custody. And it all happened because of one message. How did a single blue tick turn into such a catastrophe? The answer lies hidden in the darkest corners of the brain. Ethan was 28 years old and worked as a software developer at a tech company in Portland. He had an orderly life. He woke up at the same time every morning, drank the same coffee, took the same route to work. His friends found him calm, logical, even a bit boring. At work, he quietly wrote his code, didn't talk to many people, usually ate lunch alone. But everything changed after he met Maya. They met 6 months ago at a friend's birthday party. Maya was talkative, energetic, spontaneous, everything Ethan wasn't. And Ethan fell for her the moment he saw her. On their first date, Maya's laugh affected him so much that he spent the rest of the night just watching her. Maya loved Ethan's calmness, his reliability. "Everything feels so peaceful with you," she told him. The first few months were perfect. Ethan wanted to spend every second with Maya. He'd message her the moment he woke up, call her during lunch breaks, asking, "What are you doing?" After work, he'd go straight to her place. They never spent weekends apart. Maya was happy about it at first. She felt valued. But then, she started getting a bit tired. When she'd say, "Ethan, I'm meeting my friends today," Ethan would say, "Okay, honey, have fun." But something changed in his face. His eyes would drift into space. His hands would shake. Maya didn't notice, but an alarm was going off inside Ethan. "She's going to leave me. She might be seeing someone else. Maybe she doesn't want to be with me anymore." He constantly checked his phone. Maya's last scene showed now, but she wasn't messaging him. Ethan tried to appear calm on the outside but was burning inside. This was just an evening hangout. But for Ethan, every separation was an ending. The first crack came on Monday evening. They were sitting at dinner. Maya was looking at her phone, a bit distracted. Ethan asked, "Is something wrong?" Maya took a deep breath. "Ethan, I need to talk to you. I love you so much, but sometimes I feel a bit suffocated. We don't have to be together all the time. I have my own life too." Ethan froze. His face went pale. His hands clenched into fists under the table, but he smiled calmly. "You're right, honey. I'm sorry. I'm aware of it. I'll be more careful." A voice inside him was screaming, "She's pulling away from me. She's going to leave me. I'm inadequate. I'm not good enough." But he said nothing. When he got home, he lay staring at the ceiling for hours. He couldn't sleep. The second blow came Thursday night. Maya texted him in the evening, "I'm really tired today. Going to bed early. Can we see each other tomorrow?" Ethan wrote, "Sure, honey. Sleep well." But then he checked Maya's Instagram story. Maya was at a cafe with friends. She was laughing. Ethan's heart started racing. "She doesn't want to be with me, but she's spending time with others. She's avoiding me. Maybe there's someone else." That night, he sent Maya 17 messages. "What's up? Did you fall asleep? I'm feeling down. Can we talk?" Maya replied in the morning, "Ethan, what's going on? You don't need to send this many messages." Ethan apologized, but the alarm inside him was now constantly ringing. The third incident came Friday evening. Ethan went home after work without waiting for Maya. That evening, he texted her, "Honey, I'm tired today, resting at home." Maya wrote, "Okay, babe, you rest." But Ethan went out and headed to the cafe near Maya's place. 7 o'clock came, 8 o'clock. At 9:30, Maya came out of her apartment. A male friend was with her. They were talking, laughing. Ethan watched them from across the street. When they went into the cafe, they sat at a table by the window. Ethan stayed at a distance. He could see them. His heart felt like it would explode in his chest. Who is this guy? Why is she with him and not with me? Half an hour later, they left. The guy walked Maya home. They shook hands. But in Ethan's eyes, this was a scene of betrayal. When he got home, he looked in the mirror. Dark circles under his eyes. His hair was a mess. His hands were shaking. A voice inside whispered, "She's cheating on you. She's going to leave you. You were never good enough." But he said nothing to Maya, just wrote, "Good night, honey." The next morning at breakfast, he couldn't hold back. He called Maya. "Did you go out last night?" he asked. His voice was calm, but his hands were shaking. Maya said, "Yes, I met up with friends. Why do you ask?" "Ethan, just curious. Did you have fun?" Maya, "Yes, but Ethan, are you okay? Your voice sounds weird." "Ethan, I'm fine, honey. Let's talk later." And hung up. Only one thought in his head. She's lying. She says friends, but that guy was there. All day long he felt uneasy. At work, he kept making mistakes in his code, bumping into things, checking his phone. No messages came from Maya. By evening, the tension inside him had reached its peak. Saturday evening, everything broke. Maya said, "I'm having dinner with my family today. Might message you late." Ethan wrote, "Okay, honey, say hi to your family." But that fear was inside him again. 9 o'clock came, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Ethan messaged her, "How's it going?" Maya replied 15 minutes later, "Going well, we're leaving soon." Ethan wrote, "I miss you." Maya sent a heart emoji. Midnight came. Ethan was still awake, lying in bed looking at his phone. Maya's last scene showed 11:52 p.m. She must be home by now, he thought. An hour passed. Ethan messaged, "Did you get home, honey?" The message was delivered, but no red receipt. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. At 2:13, Maya saw the message. Blue tick appeared, but she didn't reply. Ethan stared at the screen. Blue tick. Seen, but no response. 5 more minutes passed, 10 minutes. Ethan wrote again, "Honey, did you fall asleep?" Nothing. Maya's last scene still showed now, but she wasn't seeing his message. Ethan got out of bed, started pacing around the room. His hands were sweating. His heart was beating wildly. Why isn't she responding? What's she doing? Who is she with? 20 minutes passed. Ethan couldn't think anymore. 1,000 scenarios ran through his mind. Is she with someone else? Is she tired of me? Is she going to leave me tomorrow? Is that guy with her? His hands started shaking. He couldn't breathe. His chest tightened. He grabbed his phone, looked again. Maya's last scene showed 2 minutes ago. She's awake. She's on her phone, but she's not writing to me. It was 3 in the morning. Ethan was no longer himself. He went out the door, walked through the streets. His feet took him to Maya's apartment. He stood at her door. The lights were off. He rang the doorbell. Once, twice, 3 times. Maya opened the door with sleepy eyes. "Ethan, what's happening?" "It's 3. Ethan said, "Why didn't you reply?" His voice was shaking. Maya was confused. "What? Which message?" "I was sleeping, Ethan." "Ethan, don't lie. You saw my message at night. Your last scene showed now. Who were you talking to?" Maya stepped back. "Ethan, what are you talking about? I looked at my phone to set an alarm. I saw your message, but I was so tired. I was going to write in the morning. I wasn't talking to anyone." "Ethan, I don't believe you. You're cheating on me. I saw that guy. You went out with him Friday night." Maya's face changed. "What guy?" "Ethan, are you following me?" Her voice was shaking now. She was scared. Ethan didn't answer. He just looked at her. There was no more logic in his eyes, only panic. "Maya, Ethan, please leave. We'll talk tomorrow. You're not yourself right now. If you don't leave, I'm calling the police." But Ethan walked toward the door. He went inside. Maya shouted, "Ethan, stop! Get out!" But Ethan didn't listen. Everything inside him exploded. Time slowed down. His ears were ringing. All he saw was Maya's face. And that face was telling him, "I don't want you. Maya reached for her phone, but Ethan moved first. He grabbed her phone, threw it on the floor. The screen shattered. Maya screamed, "Ethan, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind?" She tried to back away, but Ethan grabbed her arm. "Don't leave me. Please, don't leave me," he yelled. Maya screamed, "Let go of me," and tried to free herself. Ethan pushed her hard. Maya lost her balance, fell backward. Her back hit the coffee table. Then her head hit the floor. A dull sound. Maya was lying on the floor, blood flowing from her forehead. Ethan froze. As if he suddenly woke up, he saw what he'd done. "Maya, Maya, God, what have I done?" He knelt beside her. Maya groaned, trying to open her eyes but couldn't speak. She only made a sound of pain. Ethan pulled out his phone, called 911. "Ambulance, please come. My girlfriend fell, hit her head. She's bleeding." His voice was cracking. The operator said, "What's your address?" Ethan gave the address. "I pushed her. It was an accident. Please, hurry." 8 minutes later, the ambulance arrived. Paramedics put Maya on a stretcher. Police had arrived too. A police officer approached Ethan. "Are you the one who hurt her?" Ethan nodded. Tears were streaming down his face. I just wanted to talk. She was going to leave me. The officer said, "Put your hands behind your back." Ethan didn't resist. They put handcuffs on him. By 8 a.m., both were at the hospital. Maya received 12 stitches on her head, was diagnosed with a mild concussion, but was not in life-threatening danger. Ethan was in a hospital room, handcuffed under police custody. He would be taken to the police station after health checks. Police report: suspect arrested for home invasion and assault. Victim was subjected to physical violence by former romantic partner. Maya filed for a restraining order that same day. So how did Ethan get to this point? How did an ordinary software developer cause such a catastrophe over a delayed message? The answer lies in 3 psychological mechanisms hidden deep in his brain. Anxious attachment style. In Ethan's brain, love and abandonment became intertwined. In childhood, the bonds we form with our parents create the map for our adult relationships. Ethan's mother was emotionally distant. Sometimes she showed a lot of affection. Sometimes she didn't pay attention to him for days. As a child, Ethan always felt this uncertainty. Will mom come this time? This uncertainty created an alarm system in his brain. Adult Ethan heard the same alarm in his relationship with Maya. Every delayed message, every unanswered call made his brain scream, "You're being abandoned again." Think of it like a fire alarm. In a normal house, even a little smoke triggers the alarm. Ethan's brain was like that. A single scene notification triggered a doomsday alarm in his brain. Rejection sensitivity. Ethan turned every small signal into a catastrophe scenario. When Maya said, "I'm tired today," a normal person would say, "Okay, let her rest." But Ethan interpreted it as, "She's pulling away from me. There's someone else. She doesn't love me anymore." In psychology, this is called catastrophic thinking. Ethan's brain coded neutral information as threats. Reading a message and not replying, checking your phone to set an alarm is normal. But Ethan's brain processed this as proof of betrayal. It's like mistaking a tree's shadow for a burglar. When the brain is in fear mode, it can't see reality. It only sees the threat. Emotional suppression and explosion. Ethan always tried to appear calm. When Maya said, "Let's slow down a bit," instead of getting angry, he smiled. When he felt fear, instead of expressing it, he buried it inside. But emotions don't disappear. They just accumulate. Think of it like a dam. Every suppressed fear, every swallowed anger accumulated behind the dam. The night Maya replied late to his message, the dam cracked. Ethan could no longer control it. All that had built up exploded at once. That's why a calm man could resort to violence in a matter of hours. A 2019 study by Columbia University showed that individuals with anxious attachment styles experience 340% more fear of abandonment in romantic relationships compared to normal people. The same study examined these people's messaging behaviors. Those with anxious attachment perceived their partner reading a message and not replying as a relationship threat within an average of 8 minutes. Those with normal attachment didn't see this as a threat for up to 45 minutes. Another striking finding: 62% of those with anxious attachment experienced the thought, "I'm going to be abandoned," when they went 24 hours without physical togetherness with their partners. When these three factors come together, anxious attachment, rejection sensitivity, and emotional suppression, the brain can no longer see reality. Ethan loved Maya, but his love was buried under fear and panic. That night, a blue tick meant the end of the world for him. This story might seem extreme, but think about it. Have you ever felt uneasy when someone you love saw your message but didn't reply? Did you create scenarios in your mind asking, "Why aren't they writing?" Maybe you won't go to Ethan's extreme, but your brain uses the same alarm system. Anxious attachment isn't just being overly attached. It's mixing love with insecurity. It's always asking, will they leave? If you or someone you love is in this cycle, staying silent isn't the solution. Expressing your feelings, getting therapy, understanding your attachment style can save lives. Because love is not control. Love is trust. And trust can be learned. If this video made you think, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll continue exploring the darkest corners of human psychology. See you in the next video.